A kingdom mindset. In the kingdom where everything belongs to the king, this truth liberates us to obey and trust God's commands, knowing we are merely stewards of his blessings. Biblical scripture beautifully illustrates this principle in Matthew 17:24-27. When the Romans asked for taxes, Jesus instructed Peter to go to a river, catch a fish, and retrieve a coin from its mouth to pay the tax. This miracle demonstrates that God owns the water, the fish, and even the coin in the fish's mouth. Similarly, in another instance, Jesus sent 2 disciples to fetch a donkey, instructing them to tell its earthly owner, "The Lord needs it," if questioned. Though the donkey's earthly owner cared for it, the animal ultimately belonged to God. These stories emphasize that everything in creation is subject to the King, who uses his resources for his purposes and glory. Everything in our lives, the house we live in, the car we drive, our jobs, families, and possessions, is given to us by God to serve his purpose and glorify him. Our role is not to misuse these blessings, but to honor the King with them. When we acknowledge that all we have belongs to God, it becomes easier to follow him, as our hearts shift from clinging to temporary wealth and status to seeking to please him. Unlike the rich young man who walked away, saddened by the thought of giving up his possessions when Jesus told him to sell everything, give to the poor, and follow him, a kingdom mindset enables us to joyfully obey God's will. We understand that life is about serving his purpose, glorifying him, and blessing others with what he has entrusted to us. True fulfillment comes not from holding tightly to what we perceive as ours, but from surrendering it all to the King, who owns everything and gives abundantly to those who trust in him.